I think it will be touch and go. It's not. We are playing Georgia now, another away game before we have 4 home games. So he won't play that game. I think, as I hear, it's touch and go for the Liverpool game, and then we'll see what's happening.
And apparently he's going to get paid lots of money. Manchester City keen to keep him.
What's he on? 500 quid a week at the moment?
500. He's a month. 500 quid a month. That's it. So apparently City very keen to keep him to stave off any sort of suitors, Jan.
Yeah, breaking news. Manchester City wants to keep Erling Haaland. Also breaking news that Marca started all this discussion about what Manchester City wanted to do to keep him away from Real Madrid. The problem is with some Spanish media is that they haven't realized as he's playing in England. They think he plays for Real Madrid. So he has played at Manchester City now for 5 minutes. Of course, Manchester City would love to keep him. Of course, they want to start the negotiations again and try to get some different things different in a new contract. I mean, that is normal. That they maybe want to make him the best paid player in the Premier League is all normal. But there's nothing new. This at the moment is just media talk.
Marcus, Jan's reiterated several times he's struggled to make that transition, hasn't he, from the Bundesliga to the Premier League. Do you think La Liga maybe could be his out in 2024 to replace Benzema?
I think it could be. I think, look, Man City don't lose their best players. Since they were taken over by Abu Dhabi in 2008, they've always kept the players that they wanted to keep. So whenever somebody leaves Man City, it's because Man City want them to leave. Now, Haaland's a different case, and I think they have to accept and realise that Haaland is in charge of his own destiny. I don't think City can control him like they control other players. I think, and Jan will know this as well, that right from the outset of his career plan has been mapped out almost like to, you can set your watch by it, that 2 years here, 2 years there, playing this country, playing that country. And I think City, when he gets to this 2024 alleged cut-off where he's got a trigger clause, they'll find it difficult to keep him because I think he wants to, continue this adventure in different leagues in Europe. And I think replacing Benzema at Madrid would be perfect timing. And I think by then, he'll probably have won what he wants to win in the Premier League with City. So time to move on. I think City find it hard to keep him because he will move around, like Zlatan's done in his career. I think he will be one of those players that goes when he wants to go.
Jan?
Yeah, fair enough. But you understand that when we are discussing clauses, he has had that in different clubs. And he probably will have something like that in Manchester City as well. But it's also about timing of these clauses. Yes, he is adventurous, that he wants to play in different leagues. I think in his head or in the team's head, they changed a bit around when they realized maybe that Real Madrid could be the end station where we go for. Why? Because footballers, we think that Real Madrid are the Royals. That is the ultimate goal for any player to play once for Real Madrid. But where do you go after? But he is at Manchester City now. He's very happy there. He scored 42 goals. And things are going okay for him at Manchester City. So why should he leave them now? But let's see in the future. I think that he will experience a lot of leagues. I think Mark's point that compare him with Zlatan, maybe that will come that way. He's been in Austria, he's been in Germany, he's been in the Premier League, and I'm 100% sure that once in the future he will be in the La Liga too.
Jan, thank you very much. Go on, Mark. Sorry.
I just think he wants to play at some point for one of the super clubs, and that's no disrespect to Man City, but I mean the clubs like Real, Bayern. Not so much Man United now, but the clubs that are kind of these super historic clubs, he hasn't done that yet. He's played for clubs that are big clubs, but I think for him, he needs to play for one of the super clubs. I think that's where he'll end up. I think Real, Juve, Milan, one of these clubs, he will definitely play at a bigger historic club at some point, sooner rather than later, I think.
Mark, we had Sid Lowe, who was on from his childhood home last week. Lots of pictures of him growing up and his family. Where are the baby Mark pictures? As you're doing it from your parents' house today.
Car boot sale a long time ago.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.